find a way to run from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a stunner. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Today is June 2nd, 2026. It is 3:01 a.m. So I have a lot to share with you. And I started my list the moment I finished recording my yesterday video. I just didn't have time to record. And I took about maybe an hour going through Twitter, and I've added more. So there might be several recordings today, and each one of them I'm gonna try to keep it at least 30 minutes. Okay, go on my community board. There are some tweets that I came across and videos that I came across that are very informative. I put on my community board. So there are some I may not cover on my videos, but I've shared them on my community board. All right, so let's go on X. First tweet. Okay, as a matter of fact, this is the first thing I put on the list. Someone tagged me on it, and I thought I'd share it with you. It should have been on my other channel, Our Part of Pew Service. Maybe I'll find a way to put it there. Okay, so this is the first tweet. After releasing their report on the health and well-being of new dads last month alongside PYTE, men's mental health charity, Movember, took it to Australian Parliament House last week. Okay, so let's listen. 1 minute and 37 seconds.
A new report is shining a light on the way fatherhood is changing in Australia. The overwhelming majority of new dads are more involved in daily care than their fathers were, but they're also struggling to find support when going through difficult times.
Fatherhood has changed a lot since the days of Al Bundy.
Got the whole house to myself.
A new report from men's health charity Movember has found 72% of men are more involved in daily care than their own fathers, and
3/4 of fathers say fatherhood matters more than their career.
But many are falling through the cracks and struggle to find appropriate support.
3 in 5 of them, when they're having a newborn, are not asked how they're coping, what their mental health is like.
Dr. Zach Seidler has first-hand experience welcoming son Artie just 5 months ago.
The system really didn't check in on me.
Movember is calling for routine mental health screening for new fathers, greater investment in training health professionals, and the expansion of grassroots programs.
We need to support men to be the best versions of themselves.
Something that has a bit of star power behind it.
You're not alone.
The report's been tabled to Parliament today, and it's hoped these conversations will help foster healthier relationships between fathers and young boys in particular, in the face of a growing movement of misogynistic and unhealthy male influences.
The greatest influence over them and their future and the men that they are going to grow up to be are their parents and their dad.
Healthy fathers equal healthy families.
Hansel Dew, 10 News.
All right, couple things that came to mind. From my experience, I have to say, for women, okay, who are at an age where, you know, the biological clock is ticking, you don't want to rush anybody, any men, to just be the dad of your child, if this is the path you want to go through. And because I was thinking when I was studying and, you know, getting in my 30s, and I told my then boyfriend, who is now my husband, I told him, look, I'm ready to have kids because at a certain age, I may not be able to have kids anymore. He told me he wasn't ready. Okay? So all of these, when you're shaping your future, your family, how you want to proceed, discussion needs to be made. Even though I had that small little discussion with him, I feel like I should have done more on terms of career, how I want to move forward and all of that. All of this needs to be discussed. But anyway, let's focus on the children aspect. When I told him I was ready to start a family, he told me he wasn't ready. And what I realized is that if I had forced him, okay, or if I didn't take my time and, paying attention to it, it's one of those, okay? As you're getting older, you may not be ready, and your age is, you're not getting any younger. And if by the time he's ready and time has passed and it's become a little bit more difficult for the woman to produce, how the thing goes. So it's one of those things you have to think about. It's a give and take type of thing. But what I realized is that once he was ready, he was involved. He has been involved since. And the other thing as well with the mental health type of things is that I think there are some European countries that already tackle this. And some Asian country. Japan. I was thinking of Japan, but I don't think it's Japan, because Japan is having issues of birth rate. There's a country I came across where they did give fathers time to take off. I don't remember which country is that. That was another thing I was thinking. The other thing is that sometimes there are fathers, when they have boys, kids don't know when you're joking, and sometimes there are jokes that the father will throw out as a joke, but the kid might take it as face value and then carry it on. So sometimes, when I'm talking based on my experience, that's why I'm bringing that up. Sometimes there are jokes my husband will be saying between me and him, and then the kids are around and they heard it. I will tell him, please don't say that in front of them. It's not appropriate, because I do not want my kids, I only have boys, when they get married, if their partner don't get that sense of humor between them, and then they take it as face value and carry it out on their wives, future wives, it will be our fault. So there are some stuff, when we don't do in front of our kids, or we don't say in front of our kids, so they don't carry it out. So all of that play with the mental health as aspect of things. That's my 2 cents on that. I think I had more things to think of, but I can't think of it right now. Okay, so here are some of the comments. Absolutely incredible. I love that Prince Harry related to these men and opened up about the challenges of being a dad himself. This is awesome. And that's impact, Prince Harry. Many of the derangers keep on saying, he's not an expert on this. Well, life experience is an expert. If he's going through it, that means there are other people who's facing that as well. This is what's good with Harry. We need to protect them. Each lifetimes could be your parents, your great-grandparents. There are some special people that come along. At the time, many of us may not, or our great-grandparents didn't realize that we need to cherish these people who are taking the initiative at the face of evil to bring positivity. We need to really protect Harry and Meghan. Okay, just like Michael Jackson, I think it's one of the biggest, was one of the biggest entertainer who had introduced certain sound. I don't think we will ever have that kind of musician again. There will be others, but that unique individual, we may never find that ever again. So when we face or we realize there are certain group of people who are in our lifetime, we need to protect and cherish them. And Harry and Meghan are one of those. And my mother's time was Princess Diana. And before that, there probably were others. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is that each generation, there's usually someone or a group of people who they bring something of value, unique than above all others, that meant to change the world. Majority of the time is for the worse, and they need to be dealt with. But the one that came along to change for the best, for the better, we need to recognize those people, or whichever it may be, individual, protect them, because they were sent for a specific reason. So we may never have this quality of human being ever again. All right, so I don't know if I make sense with that, but I just thought I shared my thought with you. Okay, so we need to protect and respect them. Okay, so I read.
A new report is shining a light on.
I read all of the comments. All right, let me pause for a second. Maybe I could make this just a video by itself. Let me see if I could add something else in there that's in the same kind of sense, tone. All right, so I switched some tweets around. Instead of adding the Left Behinders into this video, I decided to bring the Sussex Squad type of tweet here. So this video will be on PYTE. It will be on this channel. Okay, so let's continue. Oops, not this one. I think it's that one. All right, so that's me who retweeted that. Our Sussex Squad was so talented. Whoever did this, good job. All right, so I retweeted it, and it says, united by kindness, heart shining bright, standing together through day and night, with laughter and hope, their spirits stay strong, spreading compassion wherever they belong. Through every season, come what may, they lift each other up along the way. Yeah. I think I shared this in previous video, and someone said there's missing, what about the guys or something like that. All right. Oh, they're doing more. Oh my goodness. Sweet. Now, if I may offer a suggestion for next version, have a diversity of Asian faces, Chinese, Thais, Vietnamese. Okay, so there's all of that. All right, so they included that. There they are here. There's the dog. Wow, this is new. I just spotted that. There's Canada, South Africa, different flags. Okay, let's see. Is there any more? Okay, what about some of us with there's that of male Sussex Squad? Okay, so this person added to it. All right, so we did it. There's another version I saw. I think it's next one. Next tweet. Okay, so there's another version here. For Harry and Meghan, across the seas and far apart, the Sussex Squad speaks from the heart. With kindness, hope, and love so true, they cheer for all that you both do. Through every storm, their voices stay, supporting Harry and Meghan all the way. Alright, so this one is a bit... Alright, so there's the guys here. Different shade of colors. Okay, we love Harry and Meghan. So there's that. Okay, love your poetic style, and there's all of this. Okay, next tweet. This is JTB. Looks like he bought the As Ever product, so he was sharing the unbox. Check out
the Duchess of Sussex.
Okay, I'm gonna mute it. You know what? I'll play it when I'm editing. I could mute the music. If he's saying something, I could edit those things out. The Duchess sent me a gift. I'm not exaggerating when I said this was nowhere on my 2026 bingo card. Completely stunned, completely grateful. Thank you, Meghan. All right, 47 seconds. All right, so there's music at the beginning.
I came home to a gift from Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Come unbox it with me. I came home.
All right, so there's that. I know for real, babe, yes. And let's not forget, he spent his money. He traveled to California and went to, what is it, Godmother's. He shared that with us, and I think I've shared some clips here and there about it. Absolutely wonderful. OMG, congrats, you deserve it. All right, next to it. Now this has to do with AI. Oh, I know what it is. Oh shoot, I just deleted it. Oh no, what the hell? What is this? That's what I thought. Okay, so this is the next tweet. The beautiful and powerful couple, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. No, we don't need to create AI-generated pictures of Prince Harry and Meghan to make it seem like they love each other. Pointing down here to the picture, many people were present and they can confirm that the love picture below is real. Harry and Meghan equal real love. There's all those hashtags. No AI. And there's me adding to it. And or Photoshop. Harry and Meghan real photo, no AI needed to show their love for each other. Many people were present. There's that. Okay, yes, many people were present. I sometimes get in a mood and just black haters comment and move on. No engagement. No AI needed over here. I love the way the squad are commenting. No AI needed. Or Photoshop. Next tweet. Okay. So this one is a TikTok video. More dross from Daily Mail on Prince Harry. Prince Harry is embarrassed and horrified by his pre-Meghan life when he lived a lavish, army-eaten existence, royal expert claim. Okay, I've raised this topic many times. From the uniform thing, to the smoking, to all of that. He was young. I cannot blame him for that. And the drug part, we need to ask ourselves who was giving him the drugs, because I just don't see Harry leaving the palace going outside to buy drugs. So someone had to bring the drugs to him. So all of that needs to be in question. Okay, and let's not forget as well, where was his father being a father? Because these people lie about everything. I know they claim that Charles sent him somewhere and all of that. But anyway, let's listen to this TikTok video. It's a minute.
It's a bad thing that Prince Harry is now embarrassed and horrified by his pre-Meghan life, which is when he was living an entitled and probably kind of boneheaded life.
You know, if he had continued that same lifestyle, I would blame him. Okay, at least he changed. This is where we have to forgive him, and we have to ask as well, who are these people around him? Okay, he had the money, the palaces, and all of that. Who are these people? Who were those people around him? Bad influence.
As we know, he drank, he did things that he is probably now ashamed of, which is what they're saying, and because of Meghan, he started going to therapy and started reckoning with his entire past and his behaviors and everything that led him to where he was before Meghan. So he has actually made his life better.
Yeah.
And it was because of her influence for dealing with all of his issues.
Yep.
And we are supposed to think that that's a bad thing for some reason. I'm just glad that he's doing the work, because that's not the same thing that William or Charles is doing. Daily Mail thinks
he better himself. And, you know, I'm glad he talked about his issues. Like the very first video that I shared with you, and I went and searched for the rest to bring here. Okay, about the father's mental health and all of that. So he went through it, so he wants to make sure others don't have to face it. He's improving on himself. He knows how life is now, much better than before. And he wished, I'm assuming, he would love for other men to experience the joy that he's having. Alright, so only Harry could do this type of things. Harry and Meghan, because these things takes a lot of work. This one is the squad. Me knowing nobody has clues what the Sussex kids look like, and even those in the known can't post their faces. That's just a GIF. I think I post that on my community, but you know it. That's the squad, right? There's other pictures. Can't believe this little angel turned 5 in just a few days. Harry and Meghan would have shared so much more with us if those derangers, you know, would mind their own business. There's another one here. Thinking of all the royal experts Harry and Meghan have put out of work, there were all kinds: body language expert, foot expert, nail polish expert, car door closing expert, not to mention the protocol violation expert. Spare a thought too for the asparagus reader. Okay, so there's me here. All these royal rats had to be like an Omid. Report the truth and write your own books based on question and answer the palace gave him, or use their imagination to make deals with other entities. But no, they rather be stuck with the royal family to fabricate lies. So here we are, or wherever they are. The best news, they can all go and eat. That's a GIF. It's been real in the Voivoda universe. Even heavyweights who had entire career based on this briefing BS have become unemployed. YouTubers begging for clicks and follows for engagement. The whole industry was exposed as a complete sham. Hence, the firm can't span it. The squad. This is why they don't like the squad. Yes, that asparagus reader was the worst. She saw William and Kate marriage dissolve that day and project on Harry and Meghan. Don't forget the network and shows that went bankrupt and cancelled. I just love that for them. There's the laugh here. That's an ad. Okay, witness comma like. The list is so accurate. There's all of that. The squad are laughing. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I think this is my last one. This is JTB. I don't know if it's a video. Oh no, so that's this. Okay, not liking someone is normal. Inventing lies, spreading rumors, and obsessively trying to destroy someone's reputation is something else entirely. Secure people don't spend their time creating fiction about strangers. They've got better things to do. Okay, not liking someone is okay, but making up lies to destroy the character stems from jealousy, and to feel yourself superior is a kind of mental disorder. There's something similar to that. I believe I got from JTB, and on the comment someone said, did JTB made it? I'm not sure. I assume he did. If anybody else know, it's someone else, hey, let me know, but I assume he did it. All right, let's read the comments. It is a mob lynching. It is stalking, which is a criminal offense in most Western nations. UN needs to add this type of behavior, especially when those mostly doing it are coming from the journalism profession, the news media, whose job is supposed to inform accurately without malice. Okay, this is broader than that. It's toxic everywhere. There's a fear that's going on among some professionals who are holding position of power. I don't know if this has anything to do with Israel and the Epstein list, but if you go on my community board, there's some videos, short videos from YouTube that I came across. I share them with you. Americans are waking up. Okay? So those type of things, information, journalism, the darkness that we are seeing in the US that wasn't there before, Israel have a hand on that. So let's just hope Americans wake up, especially white Americans. This is where the problem lay. White men Americans, they need to wake up, because they the one who's putting fuel, and there's some white women too, from The View, for instance, okay, who's helping Israel creating further darkness. Like I've said in past videos, it may not be on this channel, probably on Happy Team Sussex, is that the US is on a pedestal for the rest of the world to see. The same way I see where Palestine have sacrificed themselves, literally, they sacrificed themselves for us to see the barbaric behavior of Israel. And then Israel is spreading the same type of thing. They're using the Epstein file to tie politician hands behind their back and put a nozzle in their mouth, prevent them from carrying out the duty of their office. I hope people in other countries see that, because third world countries are carrying out the same nonsense. It's like pure darkness that's going on. They're going all for it right now. we are at a time where they're going all for it. Before, they were doing under the radar, doing a little bit at a time. But after President Obama's presidency, they were like, F it, we're gonna go all out. So Dominican Republic is carrying it out for them. Yes, people might say, well, Haitian this, Haitian that. Yes and no, but there's different way of carrying it out. Okay, eventually Dominican Republic, the citizen of Dominican Republic will get it, because once the table turn on some of the darker scanner, okay, the brown and then the light, because they will never accept them. They will never accept them. Okay, many Asian countries are carrying it out. Some other Caribbean countries like Jamaica and other places, it's everywhere. The Philippines, everywhere. So I hope people are paying attention. All right. Okay, there's this quote. 3 days before our wedding, we got married. Proceed to never mention the said real wedding and their docu-series and spare plus. The Archbishop denied. The Archbishop then denied. I don't know. Let me see here. Where did Meghan say she was legally married 3 days before? The Archbishop won't comment on what happened in private. All he said was that the legal ceremony happened on the Saturday. Harry and Meghan did not want that huge wedding. So for them, I could see them do that. Because when I asked the church, not too long ago, I was talking about that. I asked the church, what's the process for me to get married in the church? One of the process was that my husband will have to be a Catholic. And I didn't want my husband to go through all of the, sacraments and all of that. And I did not want him to change religion. Okay? So I just didn't do it. What I did though, I made him pray for the on top of the ring for me. So it's almost something like this, I think, Harry asked the Archbishop to do for their union. Privately pray for them. Okay? There's absolutely no reason for Meghan to lie about this. No reason. Oh, jeez. All right, lies, your history. Okay, so the Devengers are here. These are the comments, and I'm almost 30 minutes here. You could pause and read the rest, but I'm done. Let's do a prayer. What should I do a prayer for? Prayer for unity, okay? All right, lately I've been reading it straight from here. All right, unity prayer most commonly refer to the flame of love unity prayer and the Catholic tradition, or the affirmative prayer practiced by the Unity Church. All right. The flame of love unity prayer. Okay, this prayer, giving a visionary Elizabeth Candleman, is recited to seek spiritual protection and blind Satan's influence from leading souls into sin. Okay, I like that so far. My adorable Jesus, may our faith journey together. May our hands gather in unity. May our hearts beat in unison. May our souls be in harmony. May our thoughts be as one. May our ears listen to the silence together. May our glances profoundly penetrate each other. May our lips pray together to gain mercy from the eternal Father. Amen. All right, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Oh my goodness, I just passed the $40 mark. It's been under $30. Oh my goodness, YouTube is really suppressing. Like I've said at the end of each of my videos, if you could donate to PayPal or Cash App or be a member, for the member, it's not going to be anything special. It's just for the fact that you want to support my channel, because I share everything I show you. It might be in different channels, but I share everything with you. There's no special viewing and whatnot. Well, with the special viewing, occasionally when something is personal, let's say I go on vacation or something like that, sometime if I feel like sharing with you, I'll put it for my members only. I've done that before. All right, so that would be the only time I will share something for my members other than. But besides that, everything about Harry and Meghan, anything that I come across, it's out there. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching.